everyone, welcome to The Winning Story, your one-stop platform for credible sports news and inspiring tales of Indian athletes. Today we have with us the gold medalist from the Khelo India Winter Games, Nayana. Nayana, welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm Nanashri Taduri. I'm 16 years old and I had won 1 gold and 2 bronze in the recent Khelo India Winter Games 2025. It is the 5th edition and I'm really happy to be here with the winning story.
So, in which category did you win the gold medal?
I had won the gold medal in the 500 meter category and the bronze, 2 bronze in mixed relay and women's relay.
And this is an ice skating, right? So, we don't hear about ice skating very often. So,
Yes.
this is a really, we're really looking forward to this conversation. So, while doing research, we came across that skating and ice skating as a concept was introduced to you during the summer camp, right? So, why don't you take us back to the very beginning, how you started off in this sport and what made you eventually choose this?
So it was, I believe, 2016. One of my neighbors had joined skating and he was just flexing all his skates around. He was skating in the building, and then I asked my parents, I also want to do that. And then they'd taken me to the stadium nearby, and that's where I got to know about how skating is, what are races, what are skates, and everything. And then I joined there as a summer camp. And then I continued it. I liked it. The wheels, the movement, everything is so unique and feels new and great. So I have continued skating after the summer camp, and then maybe a year later, my coach who'd been training me, he gully training, you could say that. He wanted me to take part in the Open Nationals. There's no criteria as such to enter it, and the Open Nationals was ice. I was doing roller initially, and then he told me to participate in the ice nationals. That was the first time I got introduced to ice skating, and yeah, so that was great too. I mean, my first time stepping on ice, it was super new. Super, it's just so there's no friction and it's too much fun.
So, the first time you stepped on ice was when you went for a competition?
Yes, directly on the race. I did not even have to practice.
Oh my god, so how was that experience? Like, what did you go through? What are the emotions that you went through? Do you remember it? How old were you?
I think I was 9 or 10. Yeah. And I stepped on ice and it definitely felt new and great. And then the coach had known a business for me to go to the start line. And I went to the start line and I was fumbling everywhere. I didn't know what to do. But then I had my basic roller technique. So that's what I used. And then one lap, the race started and then everybody just went off. They were so much faster than me. And then 1 lap in, 2 laps in, my first fall. I fell in the race, I mean, obviously. And then everybody cheered for me to get up. My team, my Telangana team, I got up and then I finished the race. And then after I came out, they were all oh my god, you were so great. And then it was just so happy I was.
So that's what led to you doing this.
After the race, I had come across the Indian coach at that time, and then he knew that it was my first time stepping on ice, and I apparently did very great. I don't know about that, but yeah, he just said I had a lot of potential and I could do a lot with it.
That's a really nice story. So, coming back to now the Khelo India Games that just happened, the Winter Games that just happened, this was a hat-trick for you, right? You have won the gold 3 times in a row. So, what does that achievement mean to you? What was your mindset going into, the fact that, this could be my 3rd time? Was there any pressure?
Yes, there was a little pressure as a lot of the skaters, they had come from rural background only for this specific edition. And the first Khelo India, which was in 2022, the first Khelo India, it was a new platform. That was my first time participating in a government-conducted games, and the competitors, I knew them already. I'd been playing with them, and I know they're not as fast as I am. So it was quite okay for I had the confidence that I would win. The next Khelo India, there was this particular skater. she had gone faster.
Okay.
And I was kind of scared to compete with her. The second Khelo India, and I still overtook her and I got the gold, and then it felt so good that I'm fast. And then this Khelo India, there were roller skaters coming here and they were all national medalists and they're like super fast. I'm not as fast as them. They have pretty much more stamina and everything. But I had a lot of rush in myself before going into the race because I had already won 2 goals and I'm like an experienced ice skater. I can't lose in front of them. Right. And then I was like 1 lap in, 2 laps in, and I got to know that they're not as fast. I can win this thing. And then I excelled.
Coming back to the Khelo India part, we know what happened in Ladakh, and you spent a major chunk of your life in Telangana and Bangalore, and we know the weather, the weather conditions are extreme on both ends, right? So how was it acclimatizing to the place of the place you were in Ladakh, and what were the extreme challenges you faced to get acclimatized and start warming up and
So I was in Ladakh last year, right? Also for the last Khelo India, and then this Khelo India. So last year I didn't face any problems as such. This year, the day I landed, the first day I had a little headache, and the doctors had come to check up. Also, the Khelo India team is super great to provide such great facilities. And they come to check up, and they said it's quite normal. You'll get better by tomorrow. Just take good rest and everything. So I was better by the next day. I just had a little
heavy, so that's great. I mean, a lot of athletes go through a lot of mental challenges also to acclimatize because they're used to a certain thing, right? So how do you train in terms of managing those temperatures here?
Temperature is not a huge deal to me. Maybe I get adapted to it quite fast. And training over there in Ladakh, it was hectic. Warming up, you go 2 stairs up and you get exhausted. Start breathing heavily, and warming up was a great jogging around. Like a light jog is the most you could do. You can't do heavy exercises at all. And the cold upon it.
So very challenging circumstances. You've represented India, right, at the Asian Open Trophy, if I'm not wrong, and this happened in Jakarta, right? So how did that event shape you as an athlete? How was that experience? What was your biggest learning from that experience?
From the Asian Open Trophy, I had got to know a lot about other skaters, like skaters from other countries who train pretty good, who have great infrastructure in their countries, and who train every single day online. We don't get that. And competing with them is a huge thing. They're all nice and friendly, and it's just how they frame their techniques and how well they train the whole world. We have a lot to learn from them.
So it was an eye-opening experience. So you got to interact with a lot of athletes. What was your favorite interaction?
I got to meet my old friends. I mean, we are all in the same field. We get to meet each other at different events. And so this one Chinese Taipei skater, we're quite close, and she was the best part. She had fallen in one race and she went into a corner and started crying crazy. She was devastated, and I was like, "No, it's fine. You just fell in one race. We all know your path." So the next race is get back up.
So how do you deal with that when you face failure, when you face a fall? What is the thing that brings you back? How do you deal with that?
Failure is a huge thing to athletes because they train really hard every single day, and yet something happens in the race and some unfortunate event that they lose, and all the hard work they've been putting in is all gone to waste. But then here where actual strength comes to take place, where you have to come over all of those failures and still keep practicing, still going in for the next competition. It's just a great thing that happens.
So going back to when you started skating, when you got into this game, what was the reaction at home? How have your parents supported you?
Oh, they've been the greatest support. My dad, he goes everywhere I go. He takes care of everything that I do. The backbone of what I'm here, why I'm here. And my mom also great support from home. She doesn't come out usually, like more of an introvert type, but her support is always there.
Yeah, beautiful. What is your favorite moment with your parents in sport?
In sport, since like my mom doesn't come to my competition much, but once I come home, her welcome in part is quite it's quite emotional and nice. That like she's like eagerly waiting for me to come home with a medal, and yeah,
That's very, very wholesome. You know, since we are at the topic of home, family, what would you say is the biggest sacrifice you have had to make, your parents have had to make in order for you to have an active career?
There was, I don't think so. There was any sacrifice of time and their work. My dad, especially, he had no work. Like the past few years, like he worked back in Hyderabad or in Bangalore and traveled. So he spent a lot of time with me. That's the major sacrifice that I made. And
Can never be measured.
yeah, and skating is a very expensive sport, and like they have to put in a lot of financial, like hard work into my career. That's also another thing.
So, what kind of, if you don't mind asking, finances go into this sport? Apart from the training, how expensive is it? What kind of different equipment?
Yeah, we need the boot, the blade, skin suits, and there's cut resistance inside the skin suit because the blades might get cut. So, and then we have gloves, we have helmet, we have neck guard, goggles. It's a lot.
So many.
There's so many, and they cost a lot. The boot and the blade alone, they cost around like high tech stuff costs around like 90,000. Yeah. So,
Wow. So it's a
like also traveling here and there, the government doesn't support you a lot in this sport because it's new, upcoming sport. So yeah, we just have to put everything from our own.
And talking about traveling, you're also still studying. You're giving your 12th boards now. How do you manage school and training and representing India and representing Telangana and competition? How do you balance all of that?
Back when I was in Hyderabad, because I spent my major life in Hyderabad until 10th grade, my school was absolutely encouraging. Like whenever I had gone to ask for leaves or bonfires or any certificates from the school side, they were always supporting, always welcoming. And whenever I needed extra lessons also, they had always been there, and it was just super good. And now in Chrysalis High here in Yalhanka, they also do support a lot. They grant me leave whenever I need them, like any documentation, any other support, education, they do give it. And yeah, I'm not a topper as such, but like, yeah, I get average grades. Good enough.
Good enough to get through.
Yeah.
Right. With the kind of generation we are all a part of, social media plays a very pivotal and a high role. So does, your social life. So, as an athlete, do you face any sort of hate from social media, hate from a social circle, or any difficult hurdles that you have come across? How do you navigate through that? I mean, you're still very, very young in this space, right? So
Yeah.
how do you navigate through that?
I mean, I don't get any hate as such from social media. Everybody's sweet, and I have like super amazing friends. I have a very good circle. I have a lot. I make good friends. Even though I have a lot of friends from like different places, Hyderabad, from skating teams, other countries. Everybody's just so sweet and so supportive, and it's always there.
I hope that continues for you. Really, that plays a lot in the mind of an athlete. Do you face burnout? Do you face self-doubt? No. So you keep a very healthy balance. And what would you give athletes who are training for, representing the country? What advice would you give them in terms of dealing with self-doubt and burnout? And the mental challenge?
Yeah, like 3 main things. Maybe 4 if you take mental. It is mentally you have to be strong. Work a lot, eat a lot, sleep a lot. take rest, full rest, and then stay positive.
Just keep going. Okay, that's a very sweet way to put it. Now we're at the winning story segment. There are two questions in this segment. So the first question is, if you had a magic wand, what would you change about Indian sports, and what is your ask to the media and the government in order to help better the space?
So the athletes just need the right equipment, the right place to learn, and the right person to teach them how it goes. The government could just really develop a lot of infrastructure in India and also get good education about the sport, all the technicality behind the sport, and also the major part is financial support, financial aid to the athletes. People who have like a lot of talent in themselves, not being able to show it because they are not financially stable or other ways. So the government could just like spend their money a little on these athletes who have like great talent. Pretty sure India would reach like crazy levels.
Okay. Now your second question, and this is our favorite part of the segment, is what is your winning story? It can be anything that you look at with pride or something that is going to always motivate you at any point in life.
My winning story is, and something that I would like really look up to and get motivated by, is my mom and dad's dedication and their hard work that they put into my success. So yeah, thinking about that, I just get up and get going.
So now we're at our final segment, which is the rapid fire segment. So you know how rapid fire works. Just a couple of questions to get to know you a little more. So your favorite food?
Being a Hyderabadi, biryani.
Okay. Your favorite pastime?
My favorite what?
Pastime.
Scrolling through Instagram.
Your favorite subject in school?
Oh, psychology.
Okay. Your favorite part about sports?
It's the drive.
The drive, can you explain a little more?
The drive to work.
Okay. Your favorite athlete?
Kim Gilly from
Your
Korea.
Okay. Your favorite sport apart from skating?
Badminton.
If there was one thing that you want from sport, what would that be?
From the sport?
Yeah.
I don't know, adrenaline.
Okay, your most favorite holiday of the year?
Summer.
Okay. And that's pretty funny how you chose summer when you train in ice skating. And finally, your favorite part about this interview?
You.
Oh, thank you.